Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing very well. So today I'm here to do a kind of updated full face of makeup by Elf Cosmetics. So if you guys have been watching my channel at all kind of over the past year, you guys will know that I'm actually really enjoying Elf's makeup at the moment. Like in the beginning for me they're very like hit and miss, but I think the more products that they're coming out with, the more that I'm starting to actually enjoy their products. I don't have a full face of new stuff. I do have about 4 or 5 new products which I purchased, I think it must have been like a few weeks ago, but because I've been a bit ill, I haven't been able to film, but I'm feeling a little bit better today to be able to film, so let's just get on with it. A lot of these products you would have seen kind of throughout my previous videos because I do love these products so much. So I'm going in with my primer first, and I'm just going in with my Elf Poreless Putty Primer, and this one I absolutely do love. I mean their putty stuff at the moment is doing so well. Like I have one of their putty eye primers that I'll be showing you guys a bit later on, and I'm really kind of annoyed because like I said, they're coming out with constantly coming out with like new products. So when I did an order, because I think they were doing like free delivery, and I was like, let me see what I can get, and there was a couple of products I've been wanting to try for ages that I picked up, and I really want to try their new CC cream, but the thing is I haven't been able to go anywhere, so I don't know if any shops have it, but when ordering online, to kind of get really a good deal on like delivery, you have to spend maybe £25, and I only wanted to try like the CC cream, and I think maybe next time, or if I am ordering something, I will pick it up, or if they have it in any of the Boots, because you can get Elf in Boots and Superdrug now, but like I mentioned, I haven't been outside to see my local ones to see if they have it, but they tend to be a bit delayed when it comes to getting some of the new products. But anyway, this was the primer, and I really like it. Like every time that I've used it, I have absolutely no problems with it at all. So let's go on to foundation, and I'm going in with one of my project pans actually. So this is the Elf foundation in the shade Snow. I recently kind of had such a hit and miss relationship with this foundation because I do like it, but sometimes it comes up quite dry on my skin, and I don't know if a lot of the times it obviously does depend on the primer that I use, but I'm hoping that this primer is actually going to be okay for it. I have tried the combination before because like I mentioned, I did do, sorry, getting the mirror in the way, I have done like a full face of Elf, but it was definitely last year, because obviously we're only into February for 2021, but it's been definitely, oh god, it's definitely like half a year since I did like a kind of full face of Elf, and at the time this was obviously the only foundation that I that I have, and I still do have, but I decided to make it part of my project pan because I just feel like it's a foundation that I need to just kind of use up, and maybe just not get rid of it, because again, like I mentioned, I really want to try the CC cream, and I've seen lots of mixed reviews about the foundation. I don't know, would you call it a foundation? It's like a kind of tinted moisturizer kind of thing, but I really want to try it. So, and I think it's probably about £12 or something, so that's probably not too bad. I forgot to mention the primer itself, like that's kind of like the bigger size. I don't think you can get a smaller size of this, but it is about £10, if that, I think maybe less than £10, and it's worth it. I've been using it so much and it hasn't gone down like at all. And then with this foundation, I'm pretty sure it is around £7-8, and the shade selection is not too bad either. So I'm just putting on like another kind of layer because it doesn't come up like kind of full coverage at all, and it does come up a little bit yellow on me, but it's still quite a nice foundation. Like it settles in to my skin quite nicely. I remember the last time I used it, it just came up really kind of patchy and a little bit, so I think that the poreless primer has helped a lot, just to make it look a bit nicer, to be honest, and it has today. So let's go on with the concealer. And I like this concealer, but it's not my favorite, mainly because the shade I got is not my shade at all. This is in the shade Light Sand, and I think when I put it on, you'll see, but it comes up very yellow on me, and the problem is that I haven't been able to swatch like how orange is that is that on me. Is crazy, but I do feel like it probably can be a very nice concealer if I got the right shade. So technically it's my fault, but I don't know, it just looks really weird on my skin. I don't think they've come out with, actually it's weird when a lot of people talk about the e.l.f. concealer, they talk about a different one than this one. So I think I need to try that one and actually get a proper shade match, because I couldn't obviously get a shade match because of the lockdown and because of like COVID. We don't have any kind of swatches to try. So yeah, this is just like super duper yellow on me. I don't know if you can tell, but it's not right for me, and I think that's probably why it looks super strange on me, because I'm just yellow and my skin is not that yellow, to be honest. Like I have a very pale kind of like pink undertone, and that shade is not up my street. Anyway, let's go on to some powder. And I actually have a kind of, I don't think it's a new product at all, but it was part of just something I really wanted to get part of a full face, and it is this Fair Light setting powder. And just gonna get my brush and we're gonna tap in. I've never heard anything about this powder before, so I'm hoping it's nice. It was kind of like in the reduced section, so I don't know if that means it's quite bad or if it's good. We shall see, but it's coming up not too badly. I think my brush is a bit wet, so it's probably one problem that I'm going to be having with this powder. Okay, so yeah, this was only maybe £3, if that. Again, I think that's the sale price, so I don't know how much it is originally, because e.l.f. tend to have like a very hit and miss with their sale, because sometimes you can't, I mean, they don't have a section for sale, so if you're looking for a certain product that you want to see if it's reduced, you have to manually look for it, and they don't have a sales section at all. Let's go on to something that I'm probably not going to try today, but I'll just show you guys anyway. When I did my order, and you get products like that, £25 and over, you get to choose 2 free products, and there's about 4 or 5 products that you can try for, but a lot of the products were sold out, so I really had like no option but to get the 2 products that were here. So one of them is this tone correcting powder, and I don't know how to use this type of stuff. I know for green it's there to like kind of minimize redness, and of course I have a lot of redness, but today I won't be using this just because it just doesn't look like, for me, it doesn't look like it's a product that's really going to help me out. And I did just use this powder here, so I won't use this today, but maybe in the future I will give it a go to see if it will work for me. And then the other product I got is some eyelashes, so I will be trying those later. Let's hope they're good. Let's go on to blush, and finally I have a putty primer, and I'm very excited to try this, but I don't want to mess it up because yeah, knowing me, I will mess up my face even though before I've even managed to like do anything. So I got the shade, oh sorry, I threw the box away because I'm tall. I got the shade Fiji, and you guys know I like to have a red blush, so oh, just dropping everything. Let's see if I know how to use this product, because I'm not very good when it comes to cream products. So yeah, like I said, I got the shade Fiji, and I've watched a few videos to see how to use this, and there's different ways that you can do it. So I'm going to swatch it with my finger first to see what it's like. Oh my god, that's so pigmented. amazing. I only swelled like a little bit on my hand. So what I'm going to do, and it's very soft actually, blending it out. That's cool. So I'm going to get my brush first. Wish me luck. Because I think on one side I'll try my brush, and then the other side I will try my beauty sponge. So just going to take the small amount because I don't want to look like a clown, even though we like to look like a clown. Let's just tap. Tap is the best. Okay. It's a nice gorgeous glow. I can see it very well on my mirror, but on here it's not coming up as strong. So let's see if we can build it up a bit. You can see a little bit. Let's go on to the other side. I'm going to take my beauty sponge and let's dab it in. See if that helps, because you can see it a little bit more. Yeah. The thing is, every time I use these kind of cream products on a sponge, I just completely ruin my sponge. But I mean, it's got to be clean sometimes. So yeah, this has come out really nicely. I'm going to just do it on this side now. It's come out quite subtle, and especially for a cream product, you have to be very careful that you don't kind of mesh your foundation around at the same time. But it doesn't look like it's done anything of the sort. So I'm just adding a bit on the tip of my nose, and this has come out really, really well. I actually quite like this. Quite surprising because, like I mentioned, I don't really use cream products a lot, but if I ever do, then I have to be super careful because I don't know what I'm doing. But that is super nice. These are only £5, I believe. And like I said, I've been wanting to try them for ages, and I wasn't sure what shade to get, but I thought, let me try and be a little bit daring. And of course, this is a very like peachy pink, and it has come out quite nice and subtle on my skin. So I think these are quite buildable. So if you do want a lot more on there, just build it on. So let's go on to highlighter, and this is a product that I have used before, but it is the kind of highlighter and blush duo. I do really love this blush, and I have used it so many times, but today I'm just using the highlighter because I don't have a new highlighter to choose from. So we're just gonna, oh, that's so gorgeous. And did I mention this was £3? Like, you can get this on the Elf website. I haven't seen them in any stores just yet. Not that I've gone anywhere, but like in some places you can see a lot of the new products. Just gonna add a bit more. But yeah, £3, and there's a massive selection of shades for this, so I absolutely adore this. And we're going to go on to the eyes next, and I'm just going to go in with my putty eye primer. So this is one that I've used so many times, and just gonna take it on a brush, blend it in. I never use like my finger when it comes to blending in this primer, but I think it could like warm up the product. I've said it so many times, but every time I use this putty primer, I have no problems whatsoever. So I'm actually surprised how nice my skin is looking, especially with the foundation, because again, very hit and miss when it comes to using this foundation, but I think we're looking quite glowy today. I like it. I like it a lot. So let's go on to the eyes next. And you guys know that I'm a big fan of those mini quads, but today I've got one of the new ones from the kind of mint selection. So this is in the kind of shade mint to be. And yeah, there's two different palettes that you can choose from, but I just really like this one because I quite like the grey kind of tones around it. Plus these two shimmers look amazing. So I'm just going to give you I'm going to quickly give them a swatch. That was not English, so I'm just taking those two, and let's see how it looks. Yeah, I mean, they look fine on my arm, but will they look nice on my eyes? Let's see. So this palette is actually £1 more expensive than the normal ones. So those tend to be £3, and this was £4. I mean, it's still a cheap palette to be honest. So what I'm gonna go in with this really light one here first. There's no names on them, so let's take another brush, And let's just put this on. But yeah, like I said, with the normal ones, they're £3 and they are just amazing. I spoke about them so many times on my channel, how much I love them. And like I said, you can use them when you're like going away for a few days. You don't want to, you know, take a lot of things with you. I'm just getting a bigger brush. That brush didn't help, so there we go. Just gonna tap it on. And yeah, sorry, the £3 ones, they're just, I don't know what else I can really say about them, but apart from they're just fantastic, and they're good for traveling. And if you just don't want to break the bank like at all, like the £3 ones are fantastic. So this one is not coming up as well as I was hoping, but it is a very, very light shade. So to be honest, if it was coming out any more pigmented, that would be quite surprising. So yeah, I'm just putting this kind of like all over the lid just to settle in the primer. It's very, again, it's quite subtle, but I am building it up. It's all right. It's looking a little bit, bit mild, but let's go in with one of my Morphe brushes. I'm just going to go in with the darker one just here, and let's just see what we can do with it. It's come out very grey, so it might be able to darken up the edges just a bit. Okay. You can definitely see that. It's nice. I should have picked up both of them actually, because they were just both really cute. And yeah, £4 again. Amazing. So I'm blending. My blending skills are not very good, but it's coming out quite nicely. Just adding a bit more on. Yeah, it's coming out nice. I mean, this grey is definitely more pigmented than the first shade. I think that first one is definitely quite a subtle transition shade, so it's fine. It's very buildable, like I said. So I'm going to go in with the shimmer next, and I think I'm going to go in with the silver, because the green is, I mean, the green would go in very nicely, but I feel like the silver might be a bit more pop-in. So I'm just going to take a flat brush, and it's very grainy. So let's give this a go. I'm just going to start tapping it slightly. Oh, okay, wow, that's gorgeous. No problem with that shimmer. Basically, with the first two shades, I mean, they're just quite subtle, but there's still some pigmentation for sure. Yeah. Just gonna go on with the other side. I don't have an eyeliner to try, so we won't do that today. That's really nice. It is just nice and kind of, if you don't want an eyeshadow that's full of so much colour, you just want something nice and simple, then this palette is pretty good. I still do prefer the other ones, like the ones with the actual colour in them, but this is quite nice. I mean, let me go on to the kind of low of my lash line and just add a bit more colour. Alright, so I just added a bit to my lower lash line, just kind of make things pop a little bit. So I'm going to go in with the mascara next, and I actually have the new e.l.f. Lash It Loud mascara. I decided to get the small version because I don't know if it's any good, so I thought let me try and just see how this one goes. So this is the travel size, and I think this one was only maybe £4 or £5, which is not too bad for like a travel size. So let's just give this a go. Haven't tried it at all, so but I've heard some good things about it. So let's just pile it on. That's very nice. Like, I mean, I've said this so many times before, but my eyelashes are really like heavy, so it's quite difficult for like a mascara to do a really good job when it comes to my eyelashes. So I think it works better on the lower lash line for sure. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, it's a mascara. Again, like, it's only a couple of quid and it's a travel size, and for me this will probably last me quite a while because I know it's small, but I rarely use mascara as much as I kind of should in my looks. But yeah, that one's pretty good. So like I said, part of like the free stuff that I got a pair of lashes. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go off camera and do that, because I'm not doing it on camera. We'll be here for like 700 years. So this is the dramatic lash kit, and you get a pair of lashes and some tweezers. It's a bit frustrating that you don't get any glue, but I have my own glue, so I'm just going to try that and let's hope it works. All right, so I got my lashes on. Barely. I mean, these are not really the best lashes ever. They just feel like random bits of plastic on my eyes. They look all right. And then I actually put on my lips as well. So I purchased one of the Hydrating Core lip shines. This was in the shade Delightful. Yeah, Delightful. And it's just a nice subtle kind of shine. It's like purple kind of on here, but on my lips it's just nice, just some nice shimmer, to be honest. So yeah, this is my finished look. Let me know what you guys think. My favorite product has to be the blush, without a doubt. Like, I just feel this is glowing amazingly. And the eyeshadow palette, okay. I mean, again, I prefer the other ones. This is nice for £4, but it's not groundbreaking compared to the other ones, to be honest. Mascara, quite nice. Lips, no problems. Yeah. That's about it really. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, because I film and upload every time I get a chance to. Don't forget to follow me on my social medias, because I'm posting along on there quite a bit as well. Let me know what product you want me to try next. Is there a brand that you want me to do like a full face of, like drugstore? Really, not a high-end stuff, because dollar bills. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're staying healthy and safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye guys.